I proposed to Jessica on a beach in Mexico. We had been dating for 4 years, living together for 2. It felt like the right time. She said yes immediately, started crying, happy tears. We spent the rest of that trip planning our future, talking about the wedding, about kids, about growing old together. I had never been more certain about anything. If you enjoy real relationship stories, please subscribe. It helps more than you know. We set the date for 10 months away. Enough time to plan, but not so long that we would lose momentum. Jessica dove into wedding planning immediately. Pinterest boards, venue visits, dress appointments. She was excited. I was excited. Everything felt perfect. About 3 months into the engagement, Jessica came home one evening with an announcement. She said she wanted us to do pre-wedding counseling. I asked what that was. She explained it was like therapy for couples before marriage, to make sure we were aligned on important things. Money, kids, religion, communication, all the stuff that causes problems later. I thought it was a great idea, shows maturity, shows commitment to making the marriage work. I said absolutely. Let's do it. She smiled. Said she already found someone, a counselor who specializes in premarital work. Highly recommended. I asked when we would start. She said actually she wanted to do some sessions alone first, to work through some personal stuff. Then we would do couple sessions. I said okay, whatever she needed. She scheduled her first appointment for the following week. Tuesday evening, she left around 6, came back around 8. I asked how it went. She said good. Really helpful. The counselor was great, easy to talk to, asked good questions. I said I was glad. She went every Tuesday after that. 6 p.m., back by 8. Like clockwork. I did not think much of it. She seemed happy, more relaxed. I figured the counseling was working. After about 6 weeks, I asked when we would start couples sessions. She said soon. She wanted to finish her individual work first. Make sure she was in a good place. Then we could focus on us together. Made sense. I trusted her. 2 months into her Tuesday sessions, I was doing laundry, checking pockets before throwing things in the wash. Found a receipt in her jeans. From a restaurant downtown. Dated from last Tuesday. 7:30 p.m. I stared at it. She said she had counseling on Tuesdays. 6 to 8. Why would she be at a restaurant at 7:30 during her session? Maybe she grabbed food after. But the receipt showed 2 entrees. 2 drinks. Not 1. 2. I felt my stomach drop. I told myself there was an explanation. Maybe the counselor did sessions over dinner. Some therapists do that. Unconventional, but possible. I put the receipt on the counter. Planned to ask her about it. She came home from work. Saw the receipt. Her face went pale. She asked where I found it. I said in her jeans. While doing laundry. She picked it up, looked at it, did not say anything. I asked if she had dinner with someone after counseling. She said yes. A friend. I asked which friend. She said someone from work. They grabbed a quick bite. I asked why she did not mention it. She said it did not seem important. Just a casual dinner. I said, okay. But something felt off. The way she looked at the receipt. The way her hands shook slightly. The way she changed the subject quickly. Over the next few weeks, I started paying more attention. Her Tuesday sessions continued. 6 to 8. Every week. She always came home happy, energized, talking about breakthroughs, about progress, about how helpful the counseling was. But she never gave specifics, never talked about what they discussed, never mentioned when we would start couples sessions. I asked again about joining her. She said soon, maybe next month. She wanted to make sure she was ready. I stopped asking, but I kept noticing things. She started dressing nicer on Tuesdays, better outfits, more makeup. I asked if she always dressed up for counseling. She said she came straight from work. That was just her work outfit, but she worked from home most days, And she did not dress like that for Zoom meetings. One Tuesday I came home early, around 5. Jessica was in the bedroom, getting ready, hair done, makeup done, wearing a dress I had never seen. I asked if she had plans. She said, just counseling. I said she looked nice. She said, thanks, seemed flustered. Left at 5:45. I sat on the couch, tried to shake the feeling that something was wrong, but I could not. I went to our home office, opened the filing cabinet where we kept financial stuff, found our credit card statements, started looking through them, looking for charges from her counselor. Therapy is expensive, should be on there somewhere. I found charges every Tuesday, but not to a therapist, to a restaurant. The same restaurant from the receipt I found. Every single Tuesday, same time, same amount roughly. 2 meals, 2 drinks. I went back further, 3 months of charges. Every Tuesday, always the same restaurant. I felt sick. She was not going to counseling. She was having dinner with someone. Every week. For 3 months. And lying about it. I needed to know who. I opened her laptop. She usually left it unlocked. Opened her email. Searched for the restaurant name. Found a reservation confirmation. From 2 weeks ago. Table for 2. 7 p.m. Reservation under the name Marcus. Marcus. I knew that name. Marcus was her coworker, the guy she mentioned occasionally. Said he was nice, good at his job. They worked on projects together. I searched for his name in her email, found hundreds of messages, going back months, before the engagement. I started reading. The early ones were work-related, project updates, meeting notes, budget discussions, professional, standard coworker stuff. Then they got more personal. Mid-February. He asked how her weekend was. She responded with details, told him about our engagement dinner. He congratulated her. Said she must be excited. She said yes, but also nervous. He asked why nervous. She said big commitment. Lot of pressure. He said that was normal. Everyone gets cold feet. The messages continued from there, multiple times a day. He would share articles he thought she would like. She would respond with her thoughts. They started having real conversations about books, about movies, about life, then more personal. He started complimenting her, not just her work, her ideas, her perspective, her personality. Said she was the best part of his workday. She said he made work more bearable, that she looked forward to their chats. Then the messages changed tone completely. Late March. He opened up about his divorce, said it finalized 2 months ago, said it was hard, that he felt lonely, that he forgot what it was like to connect with someone. She responded with sympathy, said she was sorry he was going through that. He said talking to her helped, made him feel less alone. She said she was glad, that everyone needs someone to talk to. He said she was more than just someone, she was special. That caught my attention. I kept reading. Early April. She started opening up to him, about wedding stress, about feeling overwhelmed, about doubts. She wrote that sometimes she wondered if she was making the right decision, that she loved me, but something felt off, that she could not explain it. My chest felt tight reading that. She was having doubts about marrying me and telling him, not me, not her friends, not her family, him. The messages continued. He said she deserved to be happy, that she should not settle, that life was too short. She said she did not know what to do, that she loved me, but something felt missing. He said maybe she just had not met the right person yet. She said maybe. Then came the message that made me want to throw up. From 8 weeks ago. He said we should talk about this in person. She agreed. He suggested dinner, every Tuesday, standing reservation, their own time, away from work, away from distractions. She said yes. That was when the Tuesday counseling started. There was no counseling. There was Marcus. I kept reading. The messages after their first dinner were different, more intimate. He said he had not felt this connected to someone in years. She said she felt the same. He said he was falling for her. She said she needed time. She was engaged. He said he understood, but he would wait, however long it took. The messages continued. Every Tuesday they had dinner. Every Wednesday she would email him saying she had a great time. That talking to him made everything clearer, that she looked forward to Tuesdays all week. He would say the same, say she was special, say he had never met anyone like her, say he wanted to be with her. The most recent email was from yesterday, after her Tuesday dinner. She wrote that she was confused, that she loved me but felt something different with him, that she did not know how to choose. He wrote back saying she did not have to choose yet, that they could keep seeing each other, keep exploring what they had, that eventually she would know. I closed the laptop, sat there in the dark. My fiancé was having an emotional affair, maybe more. For 3 months, while planning our wedding, while wearing my ring, while lying to my face every Tuesday. I did not know what to do. Part of me wanted to confront her immediately. Part of me wanted to wait, see if she would tell me, see if she would choose me. I decided to wait. Jessica came home around 8, happy, smiling. Said counseling was great. Really productive session. I asked what they talked about. She said, oh, just working through some fears about marriage, about commitment, normal stuff. I asked if she felt better. She said yes. Much better. Her counselor was helping her see things clearly. I said that was good. She kissed me, said she was lucky to have me, that she could not wait to marry me. I felt empty. The next day I called the restaurant, said I wanted to confirm a reservation for Tuesday at 7. Under Marcus, they confirmed it. Table for 2. They had it every week. I thanked them, hung up, made my own reservation. Same restaurant, same time, different name. Tuesday came. Jessica got ready like always. Hair, makeup, nice dress. Said she had counseling. Would be back by 8. I said okay, have a good session. She left at 5:45. I left at 6:30. Drove to the restaurant, got there at 6:50. Went inside, asked for my table. They sat me in the back corner. Good view of the whole restaurant. I ordered a drink, waited. At 7 p.m., exactly, Jessica walked in. I saw her before she saw me. She looked beautiful. Hair perfect, makeup perfect, wearing that new dress, the one I had never seen before. She looked nervous, kept smoothing her dress, adjusting her hair, but also excited. That smile, the one I used to think was just for me. She walked to a table by the window. Best table in the restaurant. A man stood up. Marcus, tall, good-looking, well-dressed, confident. He smiled when he saw her. A big smile. Genuine. He hugged her. Not a friendly hug. A long hug. His arms around her waist, her arms around his neck. They held on for several seconds, finally pulled apart. She sat down across from him, still smiling. They ordered drinks. He said something. She laughed. That laugh, the one that used to be mine. The server brought their drinks. They clinked glasses, like a celebration. They started talking. I was too far away to hear, but I could see. I could see everything. The way she leaned forward, engaged, interested. The way he looked at her, like she was the only person in the room. The way she touched his hand when she talked. Casual, natural. Like they had done this 100 times. They ordered food, appetizers to share. She took a bite of something, offered her fork to him. He leaned forward, took the bite, smiled. She smiled back. My stomach turned. This was intimate. This was not counseling. This was not even friendly. This was a date. They were on a date. while she wore my engagement ring. At one point, he reached across the table, took her hand. She did not hesitate, did not pull away, just let him hold her hand, interlaced their fingers. They sat like that for a full minute, talking, smiling, holding hands, like a couple. I could not watch anymore. I stood up, walked over to their table. They did not see me coming, too focused on each other. I stopped at their table. Jessica looked up, saw me. Her face went white. She pulled her hand back, stood up, started to say something. I held up my hand, told her not to bother. Marcus stood up, said, "Who are you?" I said I am her fiancé. He looked at Jessica. She was shaking, eyes wide. I asked how long this had been going on. She did not answer. I said I knew about the Tuesday dinners. All 3 months, I read the emails. I knew everything. Marcus looked confused, said, "Fiancé, you're engaged." Jessica nodded, started crying. Marcus took a step back, said, "You told me you were single, that you broke up with your boyfriend." Jessica said, "I was going to tell you." He said, "When?" "After we slept together." She did not answer. I asked if they slept together. She said no. Marcus said not yet, but we talked about it, planned it. I looked at Jessica, asked if that was true. She was crying too hard to answer. I told her I was done. She grabbed my arm, said, "Please, we can talk about this." I pulled away, said there is nothing to talk about. She lied for 3 months, had an emotional affair, planned a physical one, all while planning our wedding, while I trusted her completely. Marcus said I did not know. She told me she was single. I said I believe you. This is not your fault, it is hers. I looked at Jessica one more time, said, "I hope he is worth it." I walked out. She followed me to the parking lot, crying, begging, said it was a mistake, that she was confused, that she loved me. I said, "If you loved me, you would not have done this." She said she would end it with Marcus, go to real counseling, do whatever it took. I said no. I was done. I got in my car. She stood there crying. I drove away, did not look back. I went to my brother's house, told him everything. He said I could stay as long as I needed. I called off the wedding the next day, emailed the vendors, canceled everything, lost deposits, did not care. Better to lose money than marry someone who would lie to my face for months. Jessica called 50 times that day, texted constantly, said we needed to talk, that she made a terrible mistake, that Marcus meant nothing, that I was the one she wanted. I did not respond. 2 days later, I went back to the apartment. She was at work, packed my stuff. Everything I owned fit in my car, left my key on the counter, left the ring next to it. She came home while I was loading the last box, ran over crying, said, "Please do not do this. We can fix this." I said, "No, we cannot. You broke my trust. You lied to me every week for months. You had feelings for someone else, planned a future with someone else, while wearing my ring. That is not fixable." She said she would do anything. Cut off Marcus completely. Quit her job if needed. I said it did not matter, because even if she did all that, I would never trust her again. I would always wonder, always doubt, always remember that she chose to lie. She sat on the curb crying. I finished loading my car, drove away. That was 4 months ago. I have not spoken to her since. I heard through mutual friends that she and Marcus tried to date, lasted 3 weeks. He could not get over the fact that she lied to him too, that she was engaged the whole time. They broke up. She reached out to me after, said she realized what she lost, that Marcus was a mistake, that I was the one. I did not respond. She made her choice. Every Tuesday for 3 months, every lie about counseling, every email to him, every moment holding his hand. Those were choices, and I made mine. I am doing better now. The first month was brutal. I had to tell everyone the wedding was off. Explain what happened. Deal with the looks, the pity, the questions. But it got easier. I started therapy, real therapy. Not Tuesday dinners disguised as self-improvement. Actual therapy with a licensed professional. Talking through the betrayal, the trust issues, the anger. It has helped. I am not dating yet. Not ready. But I am healing. Learning what I will and will not accept. What red flags to watch for. What boundaries to set. I will never ignore my gut again. I knew something was off with the Tuesday counseling. The way she dressed up, the way she avoided details, the way she kept pushing off couples sessions. I knew, but I trusted her anyway, believed her lies. I will not make that mistake again. Trust is earned, and once it is broken like that, it cannot be repaired. Some people say I gave up too easily, that I should have fought for her, gone to real counseling together, given her another chance. But I do not see it that way. She gave up on us, every Tuesday, every lie, every moment with him. I just acknowledged what she already decided, that I was not enough, that she needed to explore something else. I let her, and I moved on. If this resonated with you, please subscribe.